Hello all, this is Abdul Hamid. Yes, and today I'm going to create this diagram. I'm going to generate it in Fusion. So first of all, we are going to create sketch and then select this particular face. After selecting that face, go to create and create a rectangle. I prefer the center point rectangle. Then this place, make it 25 and click tab, make it 140. And you can just join lines if you don't know how to do this. Now click on line, start from here, create a line of 15, then upwards from that 15, 90. Right. Now let's zoom out. And create another line here, 30, downwards 25. Make sure it's 25. Yep. Now in the drawing, from this place to this place is 100. So let's draw that 100. Now that we have that 100, let's join this our arc. So in order to get that curved line, we are going to use the 3-point arc. Click this first point. Let's zoom in. Click this first point, and where you ended your 100 at, that's your second point. Make sure it's in this green square. Right. But we want our radius to be 70, not 111.48. Now go to sketch dimension, then click this curved line, then a box will pop up and will allow you to edit the radius. So 70. So we've successfully created our curved line. Now let's create that thing at the top here. Select your line again, 15 here, then 15 here too, 15. Alright, then create another line from here, make it 58. Right, and create another line here too, make it 20, and go all the way. Alright. So instead of going all the way, right, so 103 minus 13 is 90, right? So 90. Then click on line again, then you connect this part to this part. Now you have your curve. Then 15 here, then another 20 here. So as you can see, the dimensions are so many. So I'm going to bring this one up here, this one up here. choose circle and go within the 20 range, within the 20, right? So if you see that the diameter is not 20, don't click enter. But now it's 20, so you can click the left mouse button. Yeah. Then select line. So from here to 15, then draw a vertical line downwards. Now, what you have to do is use the trim tool to trim these parts. Then trim double lines away. Yeah, I think we are done. Yeah, we are done. So go to the down part, then click on line, go to this side, then upwards 25, then join it to the curve, then from this side to this side 15. Oh my god, it's slanted, so undo it, Ctrl Z, click line again, make sure it's straight, 15. So here is 30, another 30 over here, then 5 downwards. Now it has been joined. Now use your trim tool to clean these useless parts. Then zoom in to check whether there are any constraints. These are certain things we don't want to be seen in our drawing. Yes, so we are done with this part. We are done with this part. Now finish sketch, then click on this rectangle, right, and extrude. Now use two sides extrusion, not one side. So for this side on the right, use 35. 35. So as you can see, there is a line over here which we don't want. So let's cancel everything. Go to undo finish sketch and zoom in again. So as you can see, there is a very small line over here. Delete it. Delete that one too. So it has disconnected the line. Delete all this line. Right. Now click on line again to recreate that line. But this time it will ensure that there isn't any line that will mess with our drawing. So now click on this part. Oh, I think it's not all that connected. Yeah, it's not all that connected. So delete that line again. Undo, undo, undo. All right. Now trim this line and this line, and realize that the drawing has been disconnected. Then recreate it again. So we are done. Now finish sketch, and you realize that this part is on its own, this part is on its own. Make sure that all those parts are on their own. Now click on this part, extrude, make it two sides. The first distance is going to be 35. The second distance is going to be 45 to add up to 80. Now let's rotate it and we get just this. I'll explain why it is 35 and 45 at the end. Now let's create our sketch. So go to this sketch and then unhide it. Now go to this part, click it, extrude, choose symmetric and choose whole length and type 50. Same for here too, but here is going to be 30. Then this part symmetric 80. Yeah, if you do it like this, it will do 80 for this part, 80 for this part, so you have to make it whole length. Then click on this part too. Oh no, undo, Ctrl Z, click here, extrude, $80, right, click here to extrude symmetric, then 50. Yeah, now we are done. It's just left with the fillet over here, then the circle here. Let's start with the circle. Click on this face, then create sketch. Now let's rotate it so that we can see what we are doing. Zoom in a bit and choose circle. Go to the middle, circle of diameter 30, another circle of diameter 20. Escape. Now choose this part and also choose this part while pressing shift. So hold on shift, choose this part, hold on shift. Be careful of where you are choosing. Make sure the place you are choosing is highlighted. Choose this part too. So now click on E to extrude. So you are extruding downwards with negative, so that's negative 30. Yes, so we are done with this part. It's left with the circle over here. So that one, to click on this face again, then click C. Let me pan it away. Make the radius 15 or the diameter 30. Escape. Now click on this side and also click on this side using the shift. So that will allow you to select two sides at the same time. Extrude E. So -5. Alright, so we are done with this part. Right. You can decide to further extrude this one downwards. It's your choice. Yeah. As long as the lecturer sees it, it doesn't matter. So look at the top part here. Click it. Create sketch. Now use line. Start from this part. Then go to this part too. Now click on escape again. Go to fillet this side. Choose this line, then type 15. Then go to fillet again. Choose this line, 15. So now, as you can see, there are some spaces over here and here. Use the shift to click both of them and click finish sketch. Now, what we are going to do is zoom out a bit so that you can see everything. Then use the extrude tool to extrude downwards -20. All right, so we are done with our drawing. Everything is done. I just done like that. All right, so you can clap for yourself. Made by Team Progress. Progress for all.